Good evening, everybody, and welcome to our March Commissioner's Office hours. My name is Luis Feliciano. I'm your district commissioner, and tonight we will be going through a few updates and then opening up for any questions that you might have. As always, I want to remind you that always consider the guide to safe scouting whenever you're planning an activity. Make sure that is age appropriate, that the activities that you're planning are not prohibited, and any other resources you can always find at scouting.org/health and safety/GSS. For rechartering, if your unit has not completed its recharter, it's now past due. Uh, if it goes too long without being completed, you might lose access to BSA systems like Scoutbook, My Dot Scouting, and any other system that allows you to record advancement and and access your records. Also, if your unit doesn't have an active charter, it's not insured to conduct meetings or activities. Uh, Please make sure that if you have not completed your recharter, reach out to Jason Toledano to complete it. So, on if you have last weekend there was the Be the Change celebration. Well, 2 weekends ago. If you were not able to watch it, you can go in uh, to my.www.scouting.org. Be the Change. You can rewatch it or recommend it. Uh, it's a very good program. And the main focus for tonight is in person activities. It's really what's going to lead us to be able to have a successful and growing program here in the Big Apple over the next few months and even years. Uh, so, a few things housekeeping. Make sure that you submit a restart plan with the council. Um, if you go to nycscouting.org/COVID-19, you'll find all the guidelines, including different Jello. I think we have a few Jello zones in Manhattan that have to abide by capacity limits. There's also some resources on Google Drive with a sample uh, resource plan. Your unit key three should already have access to these resources, and it's very important to start planning for the summer, planning right now for the spring. That's a way that you can get ahead and and execute on a successful program. This last week, if you were not able to join it, but the national marketing team had a uh, spring into scouting webinar. Uh, you can see a flyer for about this, and you can read in red there that are you tired of your children being in the house all the time? And that's what we're trying to communicate to people when trying to recruit new scouts. Uh, we've been cooped up for a year already in our apartments, and I think a lot of us are with extreme Zoom fatigue. So our program is excellent to do the outing and scouting, and having that outdoor component over the next few months is going to be critical to keeping our membership that we have right now and recruiting new members. And you might not think of spring as a traditional recruiting season, but nothing has been traditional this last year. And it's also a great time to getting new members because it would give them the opportunity to attend uh, summer camps and day camps in the summer, and it'll get them more excited. So, a few things of what to do: make a plan, make a plan A, B, C. Things will change, might change. But your focus should always be to getting outside. Probably you're not gonna start with that 3 day camping right away. You might want to do a meeting at a local city park, uh, then probably a few hikes. Uh, as you work with your unit, you can increase the type of activities you're doing. Work with your school and community contacts to help promote you. So maybe you're not allowed to be in person in school, but they can help you facilitate promotions, sending out flyers, videos, communications to the parents of that school or community organization. Make sure that you have your Be a Scout pin updated. That's very important. I get emails probably daily of people uh, submitting interest forms on that website. So people are looking for us. They find us on bscout.org, and you must have that pin updated. So when someone from your local community goes in and finds your unit, they can go in, update, and contact you directly. But you need to have that pin up to date. Be visible in your community. So uh, do a and anytime you're meeting outside, if you're meeting in Cedar Park, make sure you have your uniform or have a shirt that identifies you as a scout. If you're doing a community project, make sure that you're identified as a scout and like people see you and write about that in your own networks and let people know what you're doing. And that comes with the last point is make sure that your online presence is updated. Some units have Facebook groups or Facebook pages. They share a lot on Instagram. Make sure that that is visible, and anytime that you post something, that they also have someone that might see it will have a way to contact you to say, "Hey, maybe I can join the scouts." Also, okay, a few updates. As you might have know already, New York State announced the sleepaway camps will be able to open this summer. We're still awaiting the final or actual guidance from the local authorities. So once we have that guidance, GNYC will evaluate it and put out its own safety measures on how camps will open up this summer. So that's still pending, but it's in the works. Uh, we've mentioned this a few times already. Make sure to mark your calendar for the Big Apple Jambo. They are already accepting staff applications, so you can go in if you want to volunteer as a staff or you have older uh, youth that want to help out. If you also have interest from your unit that you want to run one of the program activities at the camp, at the Jambo, you can also do that, filling out the interest form that you can find on their website. As we have mentioned also before, we have a support group, super user support group. So reach out to us if you have any uh, help, any doubts with Scoutbook, anything that we can help you. You can also try to figure out yourself without ruining your own Scoutbook. There's a demo site that you could go in, play around, and get to know more the software. Uh, but the scouting app is something that not a lot of people know, or well, probably some people do know it. But instead of having parents have full access into Scoutbook, you can have give them access on the scouting app. It's a view only format. So if you have a parent that's just only concerned on tracking and knowing, but they're not in the job of actually inputting data into Scoutbook, they can use the scouting app uh, and see their uh, scouts progress. And other resources are always available. Make sure that you are in our district Facebook group. And with that, I want to see if anybody has any questions. Again,